What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about first dates with a narcissist. Possible red flags that you might see, you might ignore. Stay tuned. Thank you. Like and subscribe. So, why is somebody like you single? Next question. Okay, well, thanks for taking me to the park for our first date. I love walks in the park. I actually hate walking, but my car got repossessed, so I really didn't have a choice. Oh my God, they repossessed your car? Why? Apparently, if you don't pay them for 6 months, they come and get it. But look, I had it hid at my mama's house, though, and they still found it. Oh, wow. Okay, well, at least you have a good relationship with your mom, right? No, my mama hate me. She the one that told her where the car was at. Oh my God. Well, I'm a lawyer. What do you do for a living? Well, I actually trade penny stocks. I learned from the Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not as good though. I almost don't want to ask this. Like, where do you live at? Actually, in between houses right now. In between houses. What? My mom and my aunt live next door to each other. In that little space between the houses, I got a tent there. You have a tent between your mom and your aunt's house. Well, I was living in the car before it got towed. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Y'all, if you don't like comedy and within mixed into narcissism, you can't really follow me, because I like to add some levity to my stuff. I get a lot of pushback. Well, not a lot of pushback. I get some pushback on TikTok and Facebook or whatever, when people are just like, you're making a joke out of people suffering. I am not making a joke out of people suffering. I'm bringing levity to it by also adding humor to it. The humor, there's points behind the humor. You know, there's so many people in my comment section that say, hey, Lee, I was sad today. Your skit made me laugh through this pain I'm in. It made me realize a lot of things as well. Because even though that skit was humorous and whatnot, there's a lot of things that just goes to show you, yeah, it's humorous. And to some people, what that narcissistic person said in that video is unbelievable. But to some other people, that's the truth of what they experienced on the first date, and they might have missed those red flags. You know what I mean? Because not every narcissist is going to, I'm probably the only narcissist in the world that carries one of these around in their back pocket. This is a red flag right here, y'all. Because you see this skit, they introduce themselves, they say, my car got repossessed. They want to make you feel sorry for them. Some narcissists are successful, y'all. Some people just like, well, my narcissist wasn't a bum. My narcissist wasn't this, wasn't that. I understand that, but it's hard to make comedy out of success. Hey, honey, I'm a narcissist. Here's some money. Throw some money at you. How do I make that funny? I'm gonna think of a way. But but sometimes people, these narcissistic people, want to play on your sympathy at the very beginning of the relationship. They just do. The very beginning of the relationship, maybe not the first date, second date, but the third time you see this person, they're going to try to play on your sympathy, because if they need something from you, or they want to ask you for something, they want to put you in the right state of mind to get it from you. It's a manipulation, y'all. It's subtle, but sometimes it's not so subtle. Sometimes it's just upfront, direct manipulation, where they just say this stuff to you in a way to manipulate you with. Some narcissists and toxic people, they don't have homes and things like that. They don't have cars. They don't have situations. The object is unimportant. It's the way they word it. Like I said, oh, wait, where do you live at? I'm in between houses right now. Instead of just saying, hey, look, I live with my mom, or I live with my mom, they say stuff like, I'm in between houses. The job market is crazy. Things like that to throw you off. They word things. That's the reason of the skit, to show you that narcissists take situations that are way worse and try to paint them over. I tell you what, y'all remember the analogy I used earlier? I don't know if you followed me that long, but like, if you remember the analogy I used a few videos ago, I said a lot of narcissistic people are gold-plated people. What I mean by gold-plated people is, you see this silver necklace I have on right now. It's silver necklace. It's inexpensive. It's silver. But if I plated it with gold, it looks more valuable, right? So I take this silver necklace and I plate it with gold. It looks more valuable. It's 24 karat gold plated. It's not real gold. It's at the plate of gold, right? So narcissistic people like to take their things and literally plate them over with gold. So it's not silver. It's not just a lesser metal. It's a whole different metal. It's copper, or it's like, something cheap, something super cheap, scrap metal, you made the back of a microwave around their neck or something like that. They gold plated. They sell you a story. They sell it to you. That's what narcissistic people are. They are, instead of used car salesmen, they are self-salesmen. They are self-salesmen. They sell you on themselves in the most manipulative way possible. A lot of times they do this by that was fire though, wasn't it? Self-salesman. Have you ever heard that before? Wait, I had to stop right there. Self-salesman, have you ever heard that before? Oh, I love when I come up with something on the fly. I love it on the fly. That's why I don't cut these videos. My son can walk in here, my daughter, my wife, anybody can walk in here, and I wouldn't cut the video. Yo, self-salesman, that's what narcissistic people really are. They are self-salesmen. Instead of used car salesmen, they are self-salesmen. They try to paint themselves over to sell themselves as a better version of what they actually are. They are lemon people. A lot of them are lemon people. Yes, some of them are successful, but emotionally, they're lemons. They're successful by human standards, by societal standards, but they're emotional lemons. Like you buy a used car off and you drive it off the lot and the engine blow up. That's literally how you would describe a lot of narcissistic, toxic people. That's literally the mindset right there of a lot of people in that situation right there. So I'm saying, if you're dealing with a narcissist, if you're dealing with a toxic person, you have to get to the point where you understand that literally these people are not going to be genuine, authentic people. They just aren't. You know what I mean? So they will sell you on themselves early on in the relationship just to confuse you, just to throw you off, just to make you feel a certain type of way about them. That's how it goes, y'all. That's literally the crux of it right there. That's literally at the bottom of it. They're going to sell you a dream, future fake you. You know what I mean? I don't have a car, but if we got together, we can get a nice car. I'm just falling on hard times. And if you are an empath, I know a lot of people ask me, like, how do narcissists find out empaths? Do empaths give off a scent or a pheromone or something like that for narcissists to find them? No. If you meet a narcissist and you are an empath and you don't have strong boundaries, you're going to get ran over top of by this narcissistic person. You know, if you're a person that has strong boundaries, you're not going to deal with a whole bunch of narcissists in a bad manner. You're going to get rid of them. You're going to set a boundary and they're going to go away. But if you don't have those boundaries up front, yeah, they're going to bust through your boundaries. You know what I mean? So there's not like a pheromone. It's just like narcissists don't come out the door and just like, the empaths are downwind today. I know I've used that joke before. It's still hilarious. No, but seriously, you have to listen to what they say. And they try to catch you and play on your sympathy because a lot of people want to be fixers. You want to fix them. So even though I just made a joke out of this person's living situation, their car situation, their job situation, they are literally they have nothing going for them other than the fact that they're alive and kicking. You want to fix them. You see a project person. You see it's like a flip house. It's like being a real estate agent or a real estate investor, seeing a broken down, beat up house, and you can see like, that house got good bones. Or that narcissist, that toxic person, they got good bones. If I could just apply the right amount of love, elbow grease, and TLC, that could be a good flip person right there. You can flip a person right there. I know I become out the woodworks with the analogies, don't I? I know I'll be spitting. Lee, I know your narcissism kicking in when you bragging on your analogies. Oh, of course. This is a narcissist channel. It's a narcissist channel. What do you expect? Y'all be shocked when I tell you I'm a narcissist. Like, I do narcissistic stuff. Y'all like, Lee. Well, I'm waiting on you, Lee. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on that narcissism to come out. It just reared its ugly head on a turtle shell. It doesn't go anywhere, y'all. I'm still a narcissist, I promise y'all. But seriously, that's how it goes, though. Stop trying to take on project people. Yes, some people are good people that are down on their luck. Yes, those people do exist. But not these bum user ass people. And yes, some of them are successful people, but they're still users. They're emotional users. You focus on the success and the money in the bank and the cars and the clothes and stuff like that. Focus on the emotions. They be physically wealthy, but emotionally poor. They just do. It's how it goes right there, y'all. That's why I say a lot of times in these relationships, I know this video started off funny, but it ended up on a serious note. The highs and lows of a narcissistic relationship. But look, y'all in a narcissistic relationship with me, I started off high with funny and took you down to peak dinner. But seriously, you have to take back your power. You have to take back your strength. You have to stand in your truth and weed out the bad apples. You have to take your time. Nobody should be moving in with you or asking to move in with you within a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months. Slow down. Those type of people overrun your life. You have they been living on your couch, not working, not bathing, sitting, driving your car, cheating on you, doing all of this. Yo, I see it happen so much. Stop it. You can put a stop to it. You can. Stop trying to fix broken people, because when you try to fix a broken person, you end up with a broken heart. You just do. You don't have the right tools to fix a broken person. They have to have their own tools to want to work on themselves and fix themselves. They have to want to do that. You don't have the tools to do that. You don't possess the right tools. Your tools only work on you and maybe your kids. Your tools cannot work on somebody else. God didn't give you the tools to work. God gave you the tools to work on you, to become a better person. And when you get trapped into these narcissistic relationships, you have to realize that your tool set is for you. Take those tools, work on yourself, because if you take your tools and try to work on them, you're trying to fix them while simultaneously nobody is fixing you. You're falling apart. You're trying to fix somebody else while you're falling apart. Take back your power. Take back your strength. Stand in your truth, y'all. I had to hop off this thing, y'all. Got to pick my son up for school, get him a haircut. Thank y'all for tuning in. And as always, like and subscribe. Mental Illness is out. Peace.